Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Card. I hope you are all well this morning. First one of March. Spring is around the corner. Well, is spring here? Spring's here, really, I think. And it's been quite pleasant here the last few days. And we're not forecast any rain, apparently, for at least a week now. So that's quite good. So I'm just going to chat away while people arrive. Hi Anne, hi Fiona, thank you for joining this morning. First one in March. I love spring. It's my favourite season. I love the flowers. I love how there seems to be, I love the lambs in the fields, that kind of thing. I love all the flowers, all the spring flowers. I love the daffodils. I love the crocuses, all that kind of, floral delights. I love the colours. I love like Easter decorations. And yeah, Caroline, I'm saying it was nice, but I went out with the dog yesterday and it was freezing. But I just like it when it's not wet. So yeah, yes, I love the flowers, and I've got some daffodils in my kitchen. I love daffies in a kitchen, like I've got some daffies in our kitchen window and they look lovely. Although I think daffodils sometimes smell a bit funny. I don't know if anyone else feels like that, but they're a bit niffy. Anyway, there we go. So yes, spring's here and it's the first Tuesday in March, and today we have the launch of the new online exclusives, which I shared some of them with you last week, and bookings are open now. I've got 2 coffee and card bookings on the go. I've got round 38, which is the lavender, and round 39, which is the coffee. Complete polar opposites. Thank you to those of you who booked on the lavender one last Thursday. I had a couple of extra bookings because it was the last day of the month. So thank you for that. It's now looking a lot healthier. I am, as I mentioned last week, going forward. Oh, you're allergic to daffs? Oh no. Going forward, I'm hoping to do the new price tier for the coffee and cards. So some of you have taken advantage of that. Now, I've brought that in so that it can mean that more people can potentially do coffee and card. If anyone's, say, a hobby demonstrator out there and already has the stamp set and the dies, then all you're doing is sort of buying a pack of papers from me and the kits. So that seems to have gone down really well. And it's meant that a few more people have joined. So the lavender coffee and card doesn't start till the 2nd of April. That's just the Tuesday after Easter Monday. So yeah, because I think Easter Sunday's the 31st. Yeah. So doesn't start till the 2nd of April. So bookings will close 2 weeks before that. It is on my March planner that I've done, which I share in my VIP group and I shared in my newsletter that went out on Sunday. If you don't have my newsletter, then please go on my website and you can sign up. So if you go on thepaperhaven.co.uk, you can sign up for my newsletter there. Send it out every weekend, unless I forget like the other weekend. So yeah, bookings for that will close 2 weeks before on the Tuesday, which is 2 weeks today. Yeah. And then after that, we've got the coffee bundle. Now the coffee bundle, if you want to buy it all now and you don't want to wait for coffee and card, that's available for customer purchasing now. So I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm matching the coffee bundle again. I've done it on purpose. Hi, Carol. Okie doke. So for those of you who might not have seen last week, these are the coffee papers. Love the retro colours. my jumper and nails. Oh, these are getting sorted at the weekend. They're absolutely vile. I've got one that's popped off, endless broken nails, having a little pamper on Saturday. So these are the papers, and they are just... Check out my little reel I've done this morning on Instagram or Facebook. I've done a little video showing these new products and showing some cards that Stampin' Up have made. So they are fab. I love the colours. I love the cups. I love the coffee. Craig's just made me a coffee actually before I came on live. So yes, they are the gorgeous papers. So if you go for the cheaper option A for this one, you would get a full pack of those and the card kits, and that's £22. If you want the full bundle, you just get half a pack of the papers, just to make it a little bit more, reasonable. But if you ever want to top up and get a full pack, just let me know. Oh, hey Betty. Hi Anne. And then I shared these cards last week, but it's always worth a reshare. This one was cased from a lovely demonstrator. I love that one. I've seen some fab cards. I've been saving them. This one was cased, although the demo did an embossed part. And this one was cased. You're not doing much of your own, Julie. But then this one I did myself. So I haven't decided which of these I'll be using for coffee and card. Even if they don't all make the grade, you will still have the inspiration, because I'll add them to the VIP group on Facebook. So that's open for booking now, but it doesn't close until mid-April. So there's no rush on that one. And that the lavender is for 5 weeks, and the coffee is for 6 weeks, just to clarify. And then in June, I'll be starting a round using something from the lovely new catalogue. Oh, Anne's moved to YouTube. Hey, Anne. Right, we've got 11 on this morning. Okay, so I briefly shared with you what we'd be doing today. And I shared that if you've got a spare piece of white, you could make 3 cards this morning and have 3 sort of set aside in your crafting stash. And this card I got from my friend Helen Reed. She thinks she got it from me, but I don't know how that works. But anyway, let's go through the card kit. So this is the card, and today I am going to do some stamping and I'm going to do some colouring with the blends, which I've not got out. But yes, and we're going to use the die cuts. So you don't have to do this greeting. You can stamp whatever you want in there, which I might actually. Okie doke. So I've lowered my camera so you can see that a little bit better. So shall we go through the measurements? Oh, in your little packet, you will have your white card base, and then I've been rather generous and put a whole piece, well, it's a quarter of an A4, to do some of the tools. So you can go crazy with the tools. Now, if you want to make this easier for yourself, if you're all about easy, and maybe you don't have the stamps and the dies, then you could cut the tools out from the papers. But I wanted to use the stamps to show those of my customers who've purchased the stamp set what I've done. Okie doke. So, shall we stamp some tools? Right, so I am going to go for, I might do the paintbrush, you know. We can stamp a few, can't. I'll do the hammer. Okay, so I'm just going to get the tools out for now. So in the stamp set, you get like the tool, and then you get the filler to colour in the handle, so you don't have to colour it in with your pens. Same with the wrench, same with the paintbrush, same with the tape measure, and with the pencil actually. So there we go. Okay, I'm going to stamp the tools in basic grey. Oops, I've not stamped that one very well, have I? Okay, that's better. Okay, and then what we can do is we can decide what colour to fill the handling with. Do you know what? I might go a bit rogue. I was going to do Lost Lagoon, but I'll do that for the I'll do that for the hammer, I think. I think I might go crushed curry for the paintbrush. Oh, I think it needs re-inking, so I might not be going crushed curry. Right, we could use it, and it looks like it might look like it's an old brush, which could be quite a good look. Should we have a go? I don't feel like I've got that in the right place. Oh, that's not too bad. I don't know if I like it, that colour. Yeah, we'll go for it. We'll go for it. And then we can stamp the hammer. As I said, if you don't have the stamps, just the joy of this is you can Julie, I'm having an absolute there we go, Julie. And I think I will stamp that with Lost Lagoon. Now I think this is very juicy, so I might actually stamp off. Yes, I prefer that. I much prefer that. Now we can colour the tops of the hammering. Now what I do is I just use the, I'm going to use, oh, it's quite dark that, never mind. I'm going to use the lines as a guide, and I'm using smoky slate, but it is quite dark. So I've just really gone over the lines with the darker one. Yeah, I'll show you that. And then I'm going to take the light smoky slate. Now, if you don't have the blends, then use a blender pen and your ink pad, or whatever you've got to. Or, like I said, you can always use the papers. So I've done that one. Now, I'm not sure about colouring the bristles in. I think I'll just do them with the pale smoky slate. And then I might use the, yeah, that looks all right, actually. I think that looks quite cool. So we've done a bit of a mixture. We've coloured with blends and we've used the stamps to fill in. Just going to grab my scissors. And then we can use the dies to cut these out. Oops. I normally just cut them out, don't I, with scissors when I'm doing these, but I thought I'd make an effort and use the dies because that's what they're here for. That's why we've bought them. So I'm using my mini machine. Hopefully do them both in one go. Fit them both on. Right, I like to do this. Sorry if my head's in, but you know when you've got to sort of feel like you've got to really look over. So I'm just using a little bit of washi tape. Could get like post-it notes or post-it sort of low tack tape. There we go. Sorry for the shaking. The desk's shaking, the camera's shaking. And there we go. There we go. Careful taking your tape. I don't know how good a job I've done of that. Probably want to trim a little bit off the top there. Oh, I think the hammer's one of the best ones I've done. Putting those dies away. I'm just going to trim the top here of the there we go. Okay, so we've got our two die cuts. Right, now it's time for the measurements. Okay, so I've had to write this down. It's not as easy as the one we did before Christmas. Oh. The dog's trying to get in my room now. Okay, so let me just grab my papers and I've got my notes here. So we need to decide which patterns we want on our card. Okay, so I might do something a bit different. I might use this one and get a bit of red on the card. But I need a bigger piece. So that's fine. We'll use that, and then I'll use a piece that's got the tools on it. So I might cut that one down, and then this one. Have I got one that I've cut into? Yes, yes. Okay, so I've got my paper sorted. Oops, I nearly lost my die cuts then. Right, let me move my papers out of the way. Right, so what we're going to do first is I'm going to cut down my papers so they're all the same size. So we need a piece, if you pay attention, ladies, we need a piece of paper. Well, we're doing it 3 times. So it needs to be 9.1 by 13.5. I know this is a little bit funny measurements. I will write that down. 9.1 centimetres by 13.5. So we're going to do all three the same. (9.1) by 13.5. Hey Jill, don't worry. Sandra, welcome. Just making a card. I'll show you what we've done so far in a second. Just cutting 3 lots of papers down. Again, 9.1, don't worry, you can catch on the replay, by 13.5 centimetres. So hopefully you've got that measurement now. Yeah, hopefully we've got that. But I will write it down. 9.1 by 13. There we go. Now what we're going to do, this is where it does get a bit tricky. I've got my notes. What we're going to do is we're going to pop all 3 under here, and we're going to pop it in at cut at 2.5 centimetres. Okay, 2.5, and we're going to put that to one side. Then we're going to bring this bit back. Okay, we're going to turn that round. This is now 6.6. We're going to turn it round. I'm just trying to think which way it will look better. Maybe that way. And we're going to cut it at 7.3. Okay, that's 7.3. Might have to pause this one and watch it back. So that's that one. So I should, yep. And then you're left with this little bit, and we're actually going to cut some off. This only needs to be 3 centimetres now, so there is a little bit of leftover. So I'm going to use the measurement at that side. So that's now 3. Okay, we don't need that bit actually. So I will go through that again, and I will type that up a little bit. So basically, you're going to cut 2.5 off 2.5. Flip and cut to 7.3, and then 3 with the leftover piece. Hopefully that makes sense to people. Right, so what do we do now? So how does this work? Okay, what I'll do is I'll unfold my card base to show you. I'll put that one there at the side as a point of reference, and I'll try and straighten my desk up for you. There we go. So it's a bit like the stack, cut and shuffle that we did. You can make 3 cards from this. So what you can do is the long thin one goes down the side, and there is quite a big border all the way around. Can someone please let me know if they can still hear me, because someone's just tried to phone me. If anybody could let me know if you can still hear me. Someone's just tried to call me. Oh, thanks, Anne. Thank you. Oh, my mum and dad have got strict instructions. I thought, oh, has my dad forgotten again? Okay, thanks. Right, so what we do then is we sort of change it up, and you then do like that, you see, and then you mix and match. So we'd have that one can go with that, and then that, Yeah. And then that one, I'm just trying to decide which one I like best. Let's move it along. We can decide which combo we like best. And it's really, because we've cut the, once you've cut it all down, it's really quite quick to do. Now, I think that looks too blue and a bit too plain. I think I like the one that's I've put on the card, actually. So I think I'm going to go with that. But you can, it's really good for scraps. Now, I've got bits that I had left over from last time. So that one might be better there, look. That one might look better. But yeah, it's good to use up some paper. All right, now I've got loads left. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this back and I'm going to glue these down. As I say, it is a big border, and what I would do is put the papers on. Oh, I'm making a long job of this one, and just check that you sort of got. Oops. And then the good thing is this stamp that says Dad just fits inside the gap. Or I'm sure you've got other stamps, oops, that will fit inside. Okay, there we go. Now, of course, we've got our... Oh, that looks quite nice, actually, because there's a yellow there as well. So, we've got our stamps here. Now, you could bring in a birthday greeting instead and fill that gap with that. Now, when I made this initially, I stamped this absolutely disastrously. So we'll clean this stamp and then we'll make sure we try and do it well. I always forget to get the chamois prepared with some water on. Okay, so that stamp's clean. And I'm going to use the Lost Lagoon because there's not really any brown in there. So we'll go for the Lost Lagoon. As I say, when I did this last time, I botched this up on my original. Oops, I think I've over-inked that because I've got... I was a bit obsessed with getting that inked up, but never mind. I've got some little spots in between because I've over-inked it. But never mind. And then I'm going to add these. Now, the good thing about this is you can do this as a flat card. It actually would look nice with a greeting up there, I think. Where have I put my glue? This is a problem when you tidy up. Yeah, this bit up here, Anne, that looks a little bit plain to me. So I think it would be nice to do like a little tag type thing or die cut and have that there. What do we think? I think that could be a good idea. Right, there we go. So there we have today's cards. Well, today's card. What time are we on? Oh, 11. Bingo. So there's today's card. Yeah, the papers are great. Now, I do think I have, obviously the papers aren't available anymore because there was celebration, but I do have a couple of spare packs, I believe. And I got them because I thought people who took part in this or didn't take part might then like the papers. So they're not with me yet because I ordered them last week. But I think I did anyway. I think I've got a spare pack at least one or two. So please do get in touch if you would like the papers, because I can post them out at cost. And they'll be £11 plus postage. So yeah, there we go. That's week 3 done. Week 3 done already. But it is 6 weeks, this one. So, oh, thank you, Anne. Yes, Fiona. I'll just need to make sure that when they arrive, I place the order on Thursday, so it's not here yet. So they're the cards. Obviously, they look a little bit different if you use different tools. This one, I think it stands out a little bit better, the one I've done today. So next week's card, we're going to use that pegboard die, which is quite handy, not just for tools, but for a crafty card. I did copy this card, so we're gonna go out with a few browns next Tuesday. We're going to go with a copper clay, and we're going to do like a copper clay pegboard, very on trend. Some linen thread, my favourite. We're back to using the papers, but we're using the pegboard die. If you don't want to do the greeting here, you can bring along a happy birthday greeting with you. So we're going to do that one next week, next Tuesday. So I shall look forward to seeing you there. I'll pop today's cards back on the desk. I don't need to turn the camera around again. Oh, do you like that one, Betty? Thank you. I did copy it, though. I can't take credit at all for it. And have a look on my social media over the next few days, because I'll be sharing all the online exclusives that are available, including obviously the gorgeous coffee and card that we'll be doing for the next round of coffee and card after the lavender. So the lavender is the next one. Bookings closed 2 weeks today. I should really share those cards. If you love vintage, then this is the one for you. Here are some of the cards we're going to be doing, and as I say, you can take part in this one on option. This one's called option C for the cheaper one, because it was done after I'd already advertised it. So if you go for option C, you can just have a full pack of the gorgeous, beautiful papers. You'll get a couple of sheets of the butterflies and then the card kits to do the cards. So you can join in with us and use it. It might be nice for you because you can use alternative dies using your stash that you have and your stamps to craft with us. And I think it's going to be nice for me personally to see what people do coming up with using different things. I'm just going to tidy these tools papers away. Coming up with using different things. So I'm looking forward to that sort of new approach. And yeah, this one starts on 2nd of April. So bookings close 2 weeks today. And that's all for me today. Thank you for your lovely comments. Thank you for joining me this morning. And have a lovely, lovely week. And let's hope the spring weather continues and the sun keeps coming out, because it's quite nice today. It's dry. Well, I say it's nice when it's dry. But yes, thank you. Have a lovely week, and I will see you next week. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.